Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Here we are with Leadership Conversations, team leader Laura Gleason and myself, Kristen Wilson, operating principal broker, Keller Williams Realty Mid-Willamette, for those of you that may not be a part of our group watching this. And we are going through the series of our company culture, which we have fondly named, our company has named WI4C2TES. It is a huge acronym because apparently we love acronyms in this company, don't we?
It's true. Yes.
Definitely. So much so we have a glossary for it. So
Yeah.
hey, when you join us or become part of us, no worries. And this is a really important one today. We have discussed, to back up, we have discussed win-win or no deal. And we have discussed integrity, do the right thing. If you missed those, just back up a little bit on this YouTube page or on this Facebook page, and you're welcome to review those.
Yeah. Yep.
This is something of which Laura and I are passionate about, as when we joined forces, when we partnered as leaders back in December, January to be the new leadership team. One of the things we are so in alignment about is the belief system. We make our decisions by it. We live our lives by it. It has become part of the fabric of who we are as people, as business owners, as leaders, and impacted every area of our life. And so it's so great to be partnered with a leader that has that same commitment to the value system. And that's why we want to share that with you, because we truly are passionate about it. It is so important to us. And we're so grateful to be part of a global company where we all operate under the same set of values and beliefs. So it's so amazing. Today, Laura, we are talking about customers always come first.
Right. Our first C of the 4 C's. Our customers always come first, which is why they're the first C. You know, to back up, you talked about how important it is to be a part of a company that has an amazing culture. And I know I saw it on Facebook this year, something about, instead of reading every book out there on self-improvement or leadership, read the same 12 books over and over again.
Yes.
And I think about our belief system in action, our WI4C2TES, which are on the background behind me, and how much fun it is to go through them with you and re-look at them so much, because it really does remind you of why you're doing what you're doing and why you're with such an important company. And especially the one we're talking about today, customers always come first. There's a lot of ways you can interpret that. And you can interpret it as, well, we're their trusted advisor, and so we hold them in the highest regard, the highest fiduciary responsibility, that they always come first in the decisions. And so, you know, realtors talk about having commission breath and needing that paycheck, and the customer always has to come before the paycheck. And many times we, as a trusted advisor, we talk people out of something that might not be the right choice for them. So you think about it that way, and you think about how there's also the other agent. Usually there's 2 agents on a transaction. There's the buyer's agent and the seller's agent, and that it's 2 customers. It's the buyer customer and the seller customer. So you can think about it that way too. The way I want to interpret it today, when I think about customers always come first, is Gary Keller says there's 2 things we do in our business. There's lead generation and there's everything else. And customers always come first is at the core of our business. If we didn't have customers, we wouldn't have a business. So when I think about the interpretation of that today is, if we weren't out there building relationships, it's really lead generation at the core is building relationships, right? Would you agree? If we weren't out there building relationships, coming from our heart, which is our value system, getting to know people, putting them first and ourselves second, which, by the way, my meditation was about that this morning as well, which is pretty cool. And showing up to serve people and find out what's important to them, That's at the core of building a business that will last a lifetime. Get to know your people. You won't have a business without them. Customers come first. They're the core of your business. So we stand behind them. And what that means in terms of our fiduciary responsibility is to guide them, to train them on how we work, how our transactions work, how we show up professionally, and to really have their best interests at heart in every single transaction that we have in them, but also just with every single interaction that we have with them. Real estate is a lifetime business. People sell real estate, buy or sell real estate a few times in a lifetime. That's the average, unless you're an investor and you're doing it as a business. But as a personal transaction, there's a few times in a lifetime that people buy or sell real estate. And to build a real estate business for a lifetime, we want to have customers or clients that are repeat, that we get to serve for a lifetime. And then generationally, we get to serve their family members and the children. And that's what builds a beautiful business. So that when I think about it, Kristen, today, that's my interpretation of it. What about you?
I love that. I love that you said it is the core of our business. It 100% is. And I'm going to step up a little bit, or step back a little bit, and share from just as a leader perspective. As you and I, what we do, our one thing that we do every day is actually work with agents. Mm-hmm. And some other companies like to tell our story and say, oh, we're agent centric. Keller Williams is agent centric, so they're not about the client. And that couldn't be further from the truth. And here's why. We are a company built for agents by agents. Yes, in our company, the agent has a voice. We don't have owners with deep pockets. We split profit. After expense rate, we split profit. We have ALC, associate leadership council, where they have a voice and they vote on things. It's built for agents by agents. But here's what's important about that for the clients. And I want to share a different analogy. There's a story about a son and a father, and the father is reading a newspaper and he's busy in the morning. The son's anxiously waiting to go out and spend the day with his dad. And the dad says, hey, he tears up a newspaper and he puts it on the glass coffee table and says, hey, you put this puzzle together and then we'll be ready to go. And the son, looking underneath the glass coffee table, sees a picture of a man. And so he put it together within minutes. And the dad looked at him and was like, that was fast. And he said, well, I noticed there was a picture of a man. If you put the man together, the rest of the world would come together. And I think about that in relation to our clients coming first. If we as leaders put our agents first and we put the agent together, then their world comes together in their business. So it's not that we aren't client focused. It is because we have the client in mind that we spend so much time supporting, helping, training, advising, working on mindset, working on skill set to keep the agent thriving so their clients then can have the best experience possible in the industry. And that's what I think about when I think about the client comes first.
I love it. Just made me smile. That was great. Yeah, love it.
If you're watching this and you aren't one of us, and every brokerage model is a little bit different. This may not be for you. And if it is, and you're interested in having a conversation with one of us, we would love to share with you more, especially about our values and beliefs. And we wish everyone to have an incredible, incredible business and the rest of this year in this ever shifting, changing market and economy that we're in. So thank you so much. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.